Oh, did that work? It did. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Heroes Quest. Quest for Glory 1. With me, your host, Tim. Yeah, the game used to be called Heroes Quest, by the way, or at least when I was first introduced to the game a long time ago. But then Games Workshop had a problem with that, or Milton Bradley, the maker of the Heroes Quest board game. The best board game ever. Anyway, where we left off, we began exploring the town of Spielburg. We're going to go ahead and lower the volume just a tad more. Oh god, it sets it to 16 all the time? Alright. That's gonna be annoying, Tim. You're gonna want to remember that the game always puts the volume back up to 16 when you load in. Okay. Oh, wow. There's something I didn't realize in the last playlist. Okay. Right, well, let's look around at some other shops. I'm not going to go into the Hero's Tale Inn at the moment. We'll be back there for dinner time. What have we got here? There appears to be a note on the door of the barber shop. Let's read that note. There's a sign on the door of the barber shop informing whoever reads it that the barber is out to lunch. The door is locked. Well, let's go over here. You can smell apples as you approach this corner. The pretty young centaur looks at you and says, "Good day, and welcome to Spielburg. Do you wish to buy some nice fresh fruits or vegetables?" Oh, hello there. Hello. Hi. I guess you call a female centaur a filly? Was that what you call her? Hello. Tell me about your stand. I am sorry, I do not get about very much, and I do not really know about many things. Oh, it's fine, I'm sorry. Tell me about the town. Okay. How about your fruits? What are you selling? There are still some apples left from last season in the barrel. You may buy 10 for a silver, since they are so small. We will have fresh cherries in a couple of months. That sounds delicious. Do you have vegetables? I don't know how to spell it. This is embarrassing. Do you have any carrots? We have many kinds of fresh vegetables for sale today. There are lettuce, carrots, potatoes, and turnips right from the ground at five for a silver. They are very good for you. Oh, I never realized you could buy anything except for apples from the store. Wow. I'm still learning new things even today. The sheriff mentioned that there were monsters. Do you guys have any problems? Where's your farm located? Actually, yeah, where's your farm? We have some land to the north of town. It isn't very big, but we grow many things. You should be here during the harvest time. Then you would see many fruits and vegetables. Oh, when is the harvest time? You know, in the autumn. But then, perhaps you have never been a farmer. Oh, I haven't. All right, well, thank you. We don't need any fruits and vegetables yet. We're actually kind of low on money, having bought open. You're welcome. All right, well, take care. Dry goods. Let's head on in. Look. This looks like a dry goods store, but it smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves, there are many and various items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to ignore you while he reads a book. Let's walk up to the stand. The shopkeeper is a small, balding man who wears glasses. He looks as if he can barely lift the book he is reading. Judging from his clothes, he is fairly well-to-do. Look at book. You see nothing special. All right, let's right-click on a few things. We have salted dried saurus. I guess beef jerky. Sugar from dried figs. Oh, I love figs. They're so delicious. Salt from the desert east of the mountains. Pickled pig's feet. Never had those. More pickles pig feet. Wild honey from the forest. Oh, that's so delicious. Tea imported all the way from Shapir. Locally grown pepper. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry, the shopkeeper blurts out. I didn't notice you coming in. My, you look like an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands tend to get rid of the adventurers before they make it to town. You may be in luck. I carry a modest amount of adventurous equipment behind the counter. Would you like to make a purchase? What depends upon what you have for sale. Unfortunately, I have only standard weapons and equipment, the shopkeeper tells you. I carry daggers and chainmail. Maybe someday I'll be able to carry magic ones, though. I also can sell you food or empty flasks for carrying liquids or powders. Oh, how much are your flasks? It's a very good idea to carry an empty flask or two, in case you want to pick up a liquid or something else that needs a container. Our flasks are a great bargain at 2 silvers each. I'll pass at the moment. How about your chainmail? You can get really good protection from my chainmail armor. It's very heavy, though, and I would have to charge you 500 silvers for it, 50 gold. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, sir. Can you tell me about the town? I don't like to talk about other people behind their backs. I was asking about the town. What book are you reading? Oh, this book? It's about an adventurer who is trying to become a hero. The title is Quest for Glory, A Hero's Death. Alright, you take care. Goodbye. Whoa, does he put the book back down? He does when you walk up. Okay, let's head on out. This is a very pinkish place. What is this? Look at pink house. It's not important. This house is the same color as a sheriff's office around the corner. Okay, I think that's a hint that this is the sheriff's office. Oh, some paint got onto the roadway there. Look. You are in the northwest corner of the town. There are a butcher's shop and a bakery on the north side of the street. Across from them are the backs of buildings on the next street over. The tavern in the corner looks rather run down, and the alley beside it is dark. On the other side of the tavern is a rather practical-looking building, like a workshop. The bakery seems to be closed, although there are some dried-up-looking cupcakes in the window. The butcher shop seems to be closed. The tavern in the corner looks rather run down. You can hear sounds of hammering from inside. Must be some sort of workshop. I see some signs. Let's read one of the signs here. Read note. There's a sign on the door which says, Gone Fishing. How about over here? I like the color of this house. I think they'll hit F3. Read note. There was a sign on the door that says, Gone Fishing. I will be back for these places. The alley can be a little dangerous, so I don't feel like going that way at the moment. The tavern itself is pretty much a dive, and I don't want to go in there quite yet. I will look at the workshop, though. I've never been able to get in this place. Knock. No one hears you knocking. Open door. The door appears to be locked. Okay, so I'm not going to cast open here. Our skill's only 5 anyway. We need to improve that. How's the time? Alright, it's getting close to sunset. We should definitely at least do some walking around outside. We'll also save the game, too. The breeze is cool, but you feel a shiver deeper than just the cold. You are on your own in a very dangerous place. That is the hero's theme song, and we'll hear that all the way through the entire series, I believe. Though I still haven't played very much of Quest for Glory 5. The carved wooden sign reads, Spielburg. Look. The road from town branches here. The eastern fork is the road which brought you into this valley. Okay, so let's cast open a few times. The spell has no effect. It won't do anything. But this is how you improve your skills. And or spells. And I will be doing this off-screen for the most part. There, and we ran out of magic points. By casting open a few times, however, we gained a little bit of intelligence, if we didn't gain it earlier from talking to the shopkeepers, and some magic. Things which have improved since the last time you looked at your character sheet, I believe, are in red. As you can see, we've lost some stamina from casting open 5 times. And now we're out of magic points, but we have a new maximum. Okay, let's take some rocks. Take tocks. There aren't any here. Really? There aren't any rocks? Okay. Let's stick to the road today. In fact, we may not... Well, I'd like to do a battle if we could. The bright smell of fresh herbs mingles with the aroma of wood smoke as you near a hut by the side of the road. On either side of the road are a large oak and a hut. The road itself leads north to a castle in the distance, and south to the crossroads. Look at hut. The house looks cheery and well kept. It has a sign of the healer above the entrance. Oh, that looks like an apothecary to me. And the gardens? In front of the hut is a small garden in which grow the kinds of plants and herbs which are used for making potions. How about that oak? The tree is a large oak. There's a nest on a single limb that seems to reach out towards the hut. Look at the nest. It's made of twigs, leaves, and herbs, probably stolen from the healer's garden. There's a bird-like creature sitting in the nest. What type of bird is it? The creature looks more like a small flying lizard than a bird. Huh. Well, there are rocks here. Actually, let's not take the rocks. How are we looking? And what time is it? Okay, let's do this. So we're going to say this. This is now part 2. And we're going to go ahead and try a fight. It's going to be really close, everyone. It's going to be really close, but we're going to do it. Let's hope we can survive this. So, here we are in the middle of the woods. The late frosts of winter give way to the greenery of spring. There is the crisp smell of cedar in the air. This forest seems to be unusually still and quiet. Okay, crap! Of all the things to fight, I wasn't looking forward to fighting a Saurus. Let's pause the game really quick. Every here and there's a break now and then. Have a nice nap. Okay, so how combats and encounters work in this game. As you walk around outside in a place which doesn't have a area of interest, for example, we can't have this encounter in town, nor can we have it in a place that has a fixed encounter. You can fight a random creature. Random creatures at the moment are Sauruses, goblins, and brigands. We are not a match for a brigand. A Saurus might kill us, so wait a goblin. We are the weakest we will ever be in the game series, I believe. And later on in the game, we'll be fighting other creatures. There are also different types of creatures out at night. And the creatures out at night are much tougher than the creatures that are out here during the day. And you could just be walking around, and suddenly you'll be like halfway through a screen like this, and then a creature pops out of one of the other entrances and chases you. You can ditch them by trying to run away. And the creatures themselves will give chase for several screens, maybe just one screen, etc., etc. They could chase you the entire time as well. Some creatures are very fast, faster than you will ever be, and you will be unable to get away from them. I'm looking at you, Saurus Rex, that will be fighting much later on. And some creatures have loot on them when you kill them. The Saurus does not, but the Saurus would let us improve our combat skills a little, so we're going to go ahead and kill it. As a fighter, we also get points for every creature that we kill. It doesn't really matter. We get a score, but why not? Alright, so let's fight this. Actually, can we look at it? Congratulations. You have a... Okay, nope. Here we go. Battle time. Hostile intent is evident. Prepare for battle. Alright, we go to the battle screen. Oof. Oh god. Okay, hit it. Nope, block. We're dying. I don't think we're not gonna make it. Oof! Wow, that was a big hit. Escape. Yup. We are that weak. We almost died, and none of our combat skills improved. Our intelligence, agility, vitality, and luck all went up a little bit though. But that was terrible. Wow. Absolutely horrible. If we had 15 more points at the character start, instead of taking magic, I would have dropped those into parry, dodge, and weapon use again. Now, these didn't improve, because it takes a little bit of work, but they'll probably improve the next combat we go in. Now, we are hurt, and this will take, actually, a few days to recover from, if I'm being honest. We can rest a little bit now, though. Okay, so... First Battleosaurus almost kills us. Almost kills us dead. That's really bad. Okay, but our vitality went up, which is good. Our strength went up, which is good. Actually, no, it did not. Intelligence, strength, agility, and luck all improved. Okay. Well, we have some time and nothing else much to do. Let's take a few rocks. You're carrying so much you can hardly move. You better drop something soon. We are overweighted or encumbered. I'm saying that word wrong, as you can see right there. We will slowly lose stamina, which can kill us. Let's go ahead and throw a few rocks, though. Yep. And so, we'll increase the time, and we can just do this over and over again to improve our throwing a bit. Yep, this is how you improve it. Don't worry, this is the only time I'm going to do this on screen. I'll just announce when I'm going to be working on my skills, and then show you this increases. All right, there we go. We hit equals now to put the game back to normal speed. Look at ourselves. We didn't lose too much stamina. Our throwing went up, it looks like 7 points. Let's rest again. We're too impatient. Yeah, so because our stamina is above 50%, we cannot rest. We can't overcast an open spell. How's our open look, by the way? Nice. Skill 10. We're going to want that to be, less, I want to say, like 27 or 33 before at least we can start using it on things we can actually open. So while we're here, why don't we take some more rocks? Now, our strength doesn't improve for throwing in this game, just our throwing skill itself. Okay, and we'll do this one more time on screen. I think you pick up 5 rocks. Yeah, I don't think we picked up 30. Maybe we picked up 30? Well, maybe we did. Yeah, this feels like more than 15. Okay, so it's 10 rocks per handful. Still mid-afternoon. Our throwing's now 21. We have some more magic points. Cast another open. Skill did not improve. All right, everyone. So I'm going to do some more throwing off screen, and I shall return when I'm done with throwing. And it's okay, everyone. It is sunset. My throwing is now 30. Nice. A few more points in it, and I think we might be able to use rocks to hit a thing before it engages us in combat. So, oh, and I didn't visit the healer or the castle today. I'll do those things tomorrow. We'll say hello to them. The people living there. Well, some of the people. At least the healer. We'll see how far we can get in the castle. All right, so let's, I guess, go to bed. Oh, yeah, it's sunset, so the sheriff is now no longer in front of the place. He is probably at his house sleeping. Or getting dinner or what have you. Welcome, welcome, traveler, to the Hero's Tale Inn. I am Shamin at your service. May you find what you seek here. Thank you. This looks like an alpine inn, complete with dishes on the wall and heavy beams on the ceiling. It is pleasantly warm, and the aroma of strange spices fills the air. Look at innkeeper. You see a small cat-like creature known as a kata. You've heard that katas are common in the southern deserts. What's your name again, sir? I am Shamin, mate of Shema, innkeeper to the town of Spielburg. What do you guys have for dinner? Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. Sit, rest, you will be served by my Shema. Look at the fireplace. The warmth of the fire feels good on such a chilly day. The proprietor of the inn apparently thinks so too. Cats always seem to gravitate toward a warm hearth. Can we look at him? We can. Collection of designer plates loaned to the Hero's Inn by Mary Meister. Is that all of them? That's all of them, I guess. Okay, and this person? The merchant is a rather fat man with a small mustache and beard. He wears a turban. The tables look like they have been rough cut from some of the local pines. Okay, well, let's sit. You have to get closer to the chair. All right, no problem then. Oh, it is indeed a sad and dangerous times we live in, when a man who struggles daily to keep from starving should be robbed of all his earthly possessions. Oh, what's your name? I'm Abduladu, son of Ali, grandson of Hassan, and formerly master merchant of Shapir. Now I am but a penniless burden upon my friends. You said you were robbed? 2 weeks ago, I was about to become wealthy beyond my dreams. I, Abduladu, would be the first merchant into the valley this year. But my life was shattered by those vile brigands. The band of brigands ambushed us just as we crossed paths into the valley. They first used some magic which blinded us. Then they overwhelmed my 6 guards and my assistants. All of my trade goods were taken from me, right before my very eyes. Why the brigand leader spared my life, I do not know. I am now but a beggar, living off the generosity of my friends. Oh, wow. I am sorry, but I'm much too broken to talk about such things right now. I have lost everything. That sucks, but I have got no money. we bought a very expensive thing. I am Shema. Allow me to serve you, wanderer from afar. Do you wish food or drink? Food, please. Order food. With great pleasure, I will serve you a fine meal. I like your top. The color is really nice. It goes well with the bottom. I think she's dressing like a genie or something? I think that's supposed to be like the see-through stuff. I bring you that which you ordered. May it please and satisfy you. You thank Shema and pay her. Thanks, Shema. We will eat. The food tastes surprisingly good. The beverage goes down smoothly and well. Okay, so goodbye. Let's stand up. And that cost us 3 silver, I believe, for that. And we didn't restore any hit points or anything like that. So we will pay for a room. Order room. Pay for room. May you dream of all the rewards you deserve. You thank Shamin and pay him 5 silvers for the room. Asleep at the Hero's Tail Inn. The sleep heals and refreshes you. Aw, look how comfortable we look. Okay, we also used 1 day of rations, so where that timer is beginning to tick. We're going to need to get more money, and that means we need to survive fighting. However, we didn't recover any significant amount of hit points. We still got only 15. We need to sleep another day in order to be back up to full life. This is the real so tough right here at the beginning of the game. Ask about the merchant. My friend Abdullah is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time. What happened, by the way? Alas, the brigands stole all of Abdullah's wealth and mine own when they robbed his caravan. Now I am forced to stay in this wet, cold land. I hope to return to my homeland with the profits Abdullah, Shema, and I would make from the caravan. Now, I fear, we will remain here unless someone defeats the brigands and returns our stolen treasures. Well, tell me about the brigands. I know little about them, except that they must be wealthy now. Well, thank you, sir. We could get breakfast, but that's going to cut into our supplies. We'll have to hope the rations will hold us over for a few days. In the meantime, let's go ahead and visit the healer and the castle. We can at least talk to more people today. Then we have to figure out how we can get more hit points, though we might have to spend another day not doing much of anything. Actually, first, let's cast a few open spells. We'll speed this up. It's the only spell we've got, so we might as well practice it. Plus, it gives us more magic points, and we gain fatality for just sleeping as well, and surviving a day, basically. Open spell didn't improve at all? What the heck? That sucks. Okay, so, well, let's visit the healer while we're here, assuming she's open. Day is dawning. Let's knock. You hear the inside bolt slide open. Come on in. The fragrance of the herbs mingle with some other rather pungent odors as you step into the healer's house. Lovely day, isn't it? My, you look very healthy for an adventurer. You must be new. I'm actually pretty beat up. What can I do for you? I can sell you potions if you like. I also buy spell components if you are interested in gathering some for me. Don't mind me. I always have so much to do around here. A rather motherly-looking woman with a look of vagueness that belies her shrewdness. She wears an apron over her dress and a scarf wrapped around her head. What's your name? Well, my name is Amelia Appleberry, but I'm mostly known as the healer around here. The Petrosaur's litter box. Oh. Small on prehistoric scale, but still a Petrosaur. Ask about the Petosaur. Oh, that's my pet, Petri, the Petrosaur. He has a girlfriend, Petesha, who has a nest in the oak outside my door. Lotaeri likes to keep me company and listen to my chatter as I work. Are these fish? These look like fish. Petrified icicles and greens. Oh, wow. You've reached a... Okay, let's move on. This and that. This and that. There's more this and that's. Ingredients. Cheesecloth. Is that a real thing? Whatever is boiling there is either soup or some sort of potion. What potions do you sell? I make and sell healing potions, magic potions, vigor potions, and undead unguent. The potions will cost you healing potion for 40 silvers, magic potion for 60, vigor for 20, and the undead unguent for 100. It's cheaper to buy potions here than at Zara's magic shop. You can't bargain or haggle the prices down, to my knowledge, in this game. I believe they introduced that in the second game in the series. What components are you looking for? What ingredients? Oh, wow, Tim. I will pay you for cheetar claws, troll beard, magic mushrooms, and flowers from Irana's Peace. Oh, that's the second time someone's mentioned Irana's Peace. Tell me about that place. Almost due north of here is the meadow called Irana's Peace. It is a very magical area, and it is a place of safety. It is beautiful all year, for the flowers always are in bloom. I believe you're missing a ring? Oh, it is shaped in gold, like a braid of the herb athalas with entwined leaves. I don't know how I lost it. I hardly ever take it off. How did you lose it? Last known place you had the ring. You had the re. So no real hints, I suppose. Alright, well, thank you very much. Oh, wow. Thanks. And I'll talk to you later. Oh, by the way, if you happen to find a ring on your adventures, I lost my favorite gold ring. I will give a reward to the one who returns it. Now, we can get that ring right now, because I know where it is, but we don't have the skill we need to go and quite get it just yet. Maybe tomorrow we'll go ahead and get it. Or the day after that. Alright, so let's go visit the castle. Let's look around. The castle looms over the gatehouse and looks rather impressive. Is it really a castle? This looks more like a fort or something. I guess it is a castle. Look at gate. The gatehouse is a massive structure with a portcullis closing off access to the castle. And the guard? You can't see much of the gatekeeper over the battlements. Hello there. Are you speaking to me? Well, yes. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Could you repeat yourself? What's your name, sir? Oh, my name is Carl. Who lives here? This is the castle of Baron Stefan von Spielburg, lord of this valley. Oh, tell me about Stefan. My lord sees no one since the loss of his son and daughter. Tell me about the brigands. I've heard they're plaguing the lands. There are now too few guards to take out the brigands, who still rob our people and drive away the traders. They hide somewhere near the edge of this valley. I heard there's a reward for the brigand leader? The leader of the brigands must be a good strategist. He has organized and led many raids which result in much treasure and little loss on the part of the brigands. Without their leader, the brigands would soon flee. I also heard they had a warlock. The brigands are protected by a magic user. Not much is known about him, but he seems to use more magic potions and powders than spells. Oh, so like an apothecary. Is there any work to be had? The stable keeper could use a strong young person to help clean out the stable. It does not pay much, but it is good, honest work. If you would like to take the job, just ask me to open the portcullis. Sure. Would you mind opening the gate? Very well. Let's look around. You are in the courtyard of Castle Spielburg. I can see the stables over there to the right, so let's go ahead and visit them. Hey! This is a pixel. This is only a pixel. If this had been a real picture element, you would have seen a real message. Look at horse. The Baron was once known for his many fine and noble steeds. Only a few aging animals remain in his stable. Oh, wow. He's really suffered. The castle stable looks like it holds about 6 horses. It could use some cleaning up. Oh, man. Taking care of horses is... that can be a lot of work. I once dated a girl who... her family raised racing horses. It was amazing. Holy crap. A lot of work, too. A lot of work. You looking for some work? Yeah. Good. Come in here and take a rake. Okay, come on over here. The stableman hands you some coins and says, now you're 5 silvers richer. Oh, can you tell me anything about the horses? These horses, they act just like animals or something. This guy doesn't actually say very much of anything. But he does give us 5 silver, so we have a way to pay for our room and board. And, or, yeah, well, I guess that's basically it. But we're still, oh! Okay. Right, let's save the game, and we're going to do this. Now, this is arguably a waste of me to do this at the moment, but I'm desperate. So, what am I talking about? This gentleman here, this gentleman practicing, this guy who looks like Kirk from Star Trek Next Generation, he is the weapons master. He is fantastic at training anyone who has the parry ability, I believe, in combat. So if you took a mage and you had parry, you'd be able to actually duel him. There is no way we will win whatsoever, but we might gain a few points in our stats, our combat stats. It also will drain our stamina, which, believe it or not, is very important for us at the moment. Now, here's the problem with this. Dueling him is 1 gold. So if I decide to duel him, we're not going to have enough money. Oh, actually, no. We have enough money to spend the night, but not enough money to buy dinner. That said, I think we're going to do this anyway. We could really use, like, really use the points. Hello. Hi. What's your... Oh, he's jumping? He's jumping. All right, let's... What's your name, sir? I am the weapons master. Tell me about the weapons that you use. The sword is the finest of all weapons. It requires an equal measure of skill and strength. Tell me about strength. Fighting is both an art and a skill. It is a skill in the use of the muscles' strength and agility's control. It is an art in the outwitting and outmaneuvering of the opponent. I am, of course, a most skilled artist. Do you fight? I do. I am a skilled teacher, as well as a skilled fighter. For a mere gold coin, I will be glad to give you some practice and some pointers on how to better your skills. Will you pay for a lesson? So, there are 2 combat modes in the game. There's the combat mode we were in earlier, where we fought the Saurus, and it just occurs to me I didn't explain what on earth was going on there. Next battle we're in, probably in the next part, I'll explain that a little better. There's also this combat. This combat will take place on this screen, and different keys on the numpad will make us do different things. I believe pressing down will make us duck, or dodge, and pressing left, I believe, makes us, in this case, because we're facing to the right, will make us parry, and pressing up will make us swing our weapon. In the actual combat against monsters, we go to that combat screen. Left and right there make us dodge left and right. The down arrow will make us block, and the up arrow will make us swing our weapon. Sure, I'll pay for a lesson. You pay the weapon master's price, and then... I salute you, and I you. En garde! The lesson begins. Alright. So, we're just gonna kind of just swing a lot. We don't have much stamina, so every hit against him does not use... I'm sorry, every time we take damage here, we don't lose life. What we lose instead is the stamina. Yeah, he's pretty good. Later on, we will be better and be able to... Oh, yep, that's it. That's it. The lesson soon wears you down, and you become exhausted. Thump. Well, there's a lot of that. Even as we fought, I could detect your skills improving through practice. It was most prudent that you should give in to my superior skill. If you would like a stretcher, my weak, tired friend, you seem a shadow of the person who began this little lesson. Should we meet again, I would not be adverse to another go-around. Farewell, friend. Once he's off screen, we'll take a look at our stats. Actually, we'll rest once. It is midday. Yeah, working at the stables takes quite a bit of time as well. Okay, a handful of points. 2 weapon use, 2 parry, and 1 dodge. We did pick up some strength from the stables and the battle, and some other secondary stats as well. We still have time today to do a little more exploring of stuff. So we're going to try to make our way up to Arana's Peace. It's very dangerous, but we're going to make the attempt anyway. We're going to rest a bit so that we recover our stamina, and that will probably make it mid-afternoon. Still midday. Okay, we have 16 magic points. We're actually going to hold on to them. We'll save the game again, and let's make the trek. Oh, hello! I forgot about this guy. Look, the sky is piercing blue with scudding white clouds. Look at farm. It's just as it appears. Look at centaur. The handsome centaur has a look of pride and dignity as he rakes his field. The centaur stops raking as you approach. Hello there, sir. What is your name? I am Heinrich... Perdefferden. I live in town with my daughter Hilde, Hilde, who sells our produce on Market Street. Oh, nice. Tell me about your produce that you have. I guess you're getting ready. It's early spring, so he must be getting the fields ready, I suppose. There are a few carrots and potatoes left from last season, but I'm just starting to plant this year's crops. Oh, what are you selling? Okay. Oh, I can grow enough on this little plot to feed my family and the village. You should see this field at harvest time. This is a really small field, so the town must be really particularly small. Looks like the town maybe is 2 blocks in a suburb, so it's a really small town indeed. Tell me about your daughter. I'm sorry, I know little about the Baron and his family. Oh, he thought I was asking about the Baron's daughter. Tell me about Hilda. Hilda is a bright little filly. I'm very proud of her. Oh, nice, we got that correct then. Tell me about the Baron. Do you know anything about him? No. Are you bothered by the monsters out here? No, you're not. How about the brigands? The brigands attacked me a few months ago. I am a strong fighter and my hooves are deadly, but there were too many of them. They nearly killed me. My right leg was broken, and there was no pride for a centaur who cannot run. If it had not been for the unlikely intervention of their leader, I would be dead. What happened? The leader came up while the brigands attacked me and forced them to stop, ordering them not to hurt people from the town. Then, to my amazement, the leader gave me a healing potion and had me carried to the healer's house. It was hard to judge the leader, whose face was obscured by a large helm, but there was compassion unlike a brigand. Well, thank you for the story. So the leader might not necessarily be a bad person? Okay, everyone, so this is going to be dangerous. We're as ready as we can be. Let's do it. If anything shows up, we have to run. We won't survive a battle. This is the most dangerous spot right here. That left side. Okay, go, 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 Tim. That's a goblin! That's a goblin. Look at goblin. It's an ugly little goblin. Alright, we're gonna go running. Go, go, go! It's gonna chase us. Gotta lose it. And we made it! Alright, everyone. Let's look around. The meadow lies covered with a blanket of flowers, unusual for... Oh, ow. The emphasis was on the wrong syllable. The meadow lies covered with a blanket of flowers, unusual for this early in the spring. It is warm, even though surrounded by the late snows of winter. The air has the fresh, clean scent of the mountains, accompanied by numerous perfume-like fragrances. A large carved stone lies flat on the ground. You feel as though someone gentle was watching over you. You feel that you are safe here. Oh, well, let's look around really quick. Look at stone slab. Stone. The large stone appears to be ancient and deliberately placed. Marks carved into the stone almost look like writing. Look at writing. The stone has the words Irana's Peace carved upon the top. There are some runes carved along the side. Look at runes. It reads, "If thy will is magic, so shall I share. Open this stone and claim what is there." Let's give it a try. In a hole hidden beneath the ancient stone, someone has placed a scroll. The scroll vanishes even as you read the magical runes upon it. You now have the knowledge to cast a calm spell. Nice. Calm allows you to basically, well, I'll use this word anyway, stun an enemy, but only if you're not in combat. For example, if we were fighting the Saurus, we couldn't calm him, and if we calmed the creature and then attacked it, it would immediately break free of the stun. That's the only, what's the Dark Age of Camelot word for it? A mez would probably be a better word for it. Look at fruits. The fruit sparkles in the sunlight, yet it appears soft and fuzzy. Let's take a fruit. The fruit is very soft and juicy. It would be impossible to keep in your pack. Let's get a fruit then. The sweet, juicy fruit of the tree is amazingly satisfying and refreshing. Nice. So we can't actually keep the fruit. Now, let's explain a little bit of how this place works. Irana's Peace, if you eat the fruit here, you will not consume any food for the rest of the day, to my knowledge. You can sleep here, and you restore all of your life, magic, and stamina upon doing so, as opposed to the inn. It would make more sense for us, though, to sleep at the inn for one more night, I think. You pick a variety of the sweet-smelling flowers. They seem to glow in your hands. You put them safely away. We'll grab 2 batches of flowers, because I think the healer will pay for 2 of them. Okay, let's go to the right. We're not going to be here long, but I want to show you guys something. The late frost of winter give way to the greenery of spring. Okay, look at monster. The ogre is in a bad mood. And big. Very big. Look at cave. There was a cave entrance large enough to admit a man. We're not staying. We're no match for an ogre. And he won't chase us. He is a fixed encounter. He's guarding... Oh, God! Guarding the cave. We might be able to kill the goblin, but I'd rather not risk it. In my opinion, goblins are a little easier than sauri, but we're still going to run anyway. It looks like we ditched it. And the time? It is still midday. Okay, nice. Can we rest here? 10 more minutes rested. Okay, so let's take some rocks and practice our throwing. Well, no, I can do it off screen. Let's give the flowers to the healer. You hear the inside bolt slide open. Come on in. Well, what can I do for you this time? Sell the flowers? Thank you. I often use flowers from Irana's Peace in potion making. Here are your silvers. You put them away. And we'll do that again. Yep. So that gives us enough that we can afford dinner. Actually, no, we don't need to eat. We already ate the fruit. So, but we can afford a place at the inn, and we can give some silver to the merchant. We'll be staying at Irana's Peace, I think, from now past this evening as well. Nice, and we're not overburdened now. All right. Next to the town's wall, you notice a man who appears to be waiting for someone. Let's save the game here. This is Bruno. He is a roguish type of character. Bruno is big and a tough fighter. He's also very adept at throwing daggers. Hey there, sir. What's your name? What's in it for me? If you give me a silver, I might have a bit of info you can use. Now, I'm going to show you this really quick. Normally, I would be practicing my abilities here. But if I cast an open spell, for example... Your figure remains still and silent. He saw you casting a spell, and he already had a dagger in his hand. It doesn't pay to try to fight someone who uses poisoned daggers. If you try to throw a dagger... throw a rock... same thing happens. It takes too long to draw your weapon against someone with a dagger in his hand. It doesn't pay to try to fight someone who uses poisoned daggers. So we can't practice anything here. So we'll move up one spot and then practice our throwing. I'm just going to throw these 30 rocks and we'll talk a tiny bit about what we're going to do next. So let's throw some daggers. We will totally... Oh, throw rocks, Tim. We will totally talk to Bruno, but we don't have the money right now to do so. I think we have to give him quite a bit of silver. I think it's like 10 or so. I think it's 2 silver to possibly loosen his tongue. To get some information from him, but I'm so short on silver, and I plan on spending the remains of it soon, that I'm just not going to bother. Once this is done, we'll cast open a few times. I know, I said I'd be doing all this stuff off-screen, and I will in the future, but right now it gives us an excuse to talk. What do you guys think of the game so far? I think, hopefully, this is coming out a lot better than the original playlist. By the time this part goes up, I will have removed all of the original playlists from my channel as well. I cannot stress how disappointed I was with it. The quality was garbage. Because I was using a headset, my voice was tinny, and I struggled with the volume. I'm going to need to remember, again, that the volume needs to be lowered every time I record this game. Manually, I've got to relower it, or it stays at 16. That's gonna suck. 35 throwing. Can we rest again? We can. Now we'll cast open a few times. Now, you can get into a nice pattern in the game. Later on, when we have a lot of stamina, we can consume a lot of stamina by casting open over and over and over again, or other spells, or throwing rocks. And this will allow us to rest more and more and more, and we'll be able to pass entire days just improving our spells and what have you. When tied... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping over the place. I'm going on tangents. This is especially true if we practice with the Weapons Master. Now, we could save our 10 silver, actually. Actually, maybe we should save the silver and practice tomorrow if he's back. Rest. We're too impatient. Uh-oh. Afternoon. And what are we doing now, Tim? Hit points. Yeah, resting at the inn will get us all our hit points back. Okay, I guess we'll go grab some more rocks. I don't want to do a battle until I have all my life, because I really want to make sure I'm going to be okay with this. Okay, and we'll throw some rocks here. And once this batch is thrown, I think we will go get that healer's ring today. I think we'll have enough to do it. Enough throwing. So that nest that we saw, that nest has the healer's ring in it. At some point in the game, I'm not sure when, or maybe it just happens randomly, if you're just standing there, a sparkle will happen. Like, there'll be a quick little shine that comes from the nest. And that's how I originally discovered where the ring was. So, remember everyone, that this game was first released in 1987. If you wanted to beat the game, like, there was no internet in 1987. There was a hint number you could call for hints. There was word of mouth for other people who played. But me and my brothers, we didn't know anyone else who had a PC. So all of us would play the game together and try to think of different ideas and how to solve the problems that would occur for the game. And so when it came to this, I forget who saw that there was a shine there. It might be my brother Joe who saw it. And then we threw some rocks at the nest and were able to drop it. The thief can actually throw a rock to get rid of the petrosaur and then climb up the tree to get the ring from the nest. The mage can get a spell called Fetch, which will grab the nest and bring it to him. The fighter, though, the only way you can get the nest down is to knock the nest down, which I've never liked. But unfortunately, well, we don't really have a choice. Sorry about this. You see the glinting object in the remains of the nest. Oh, I should have at least looked for the glinting to show you guys. You pick up a shiny gold ring. Now, can we throw some rocks? Some more? Yep, we might as well keep throwing the rocks, get rid of them all. We're not going to need them. Well, maybe we should hold on to a single rock. Okay, so we'll throw 6 more rocks. And then we'll hold on to a rock for combat purposes. They do piddly amounts of damage, if I remember, though. Now, something else. As the thief, you can take the ring and sell it at the fence. That's part of the Thieves Guild, which we will never be able to reach here as a non-thief. However, I believe you get more for actually giving it back to the herbalist. You hear the inside bolt slide open. Come on in. Well, what can I do for you this time? Hello there. Let's give you the ring. Oh, thank you for finding my ring. How I've missed this. Here are 6 golds and 2 healing potions for your reward. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy to have my ring back. Reaches over and kisses us. You put the reward away and tell her she is welcome as you leave to avoid being kissed again. Nice. We got some points. Our throwing improved again. And we have enough money that we can now do a bit more than just barely survive. Now, healing potions. I believe healing potions cure you for, I want to say, half of your hit points? Whatever your total hit points are. So it would behoove us to save them for later in the series, rather than using them immediately to heal up. And we'll be healed anyway when we just sleep at the inn tonight. We could buy a dagger from the shop, the dry goods store. It's 2 gold, though, for a dagger. I think I'd rather hold on to the money to constantly be improving my skills. Alright, actually, why don't we call this session here, everyone? And when I come back, it will be, for the next video, it will be sunset. And we'll go ahead and rest at the inn. We'll go back to the castle and work some more. Maybe we'll fight the weapons master again. Maybe. I probably honestly should. And then we'll see what else we're going to do for the rest of the day. In any case, thank you again for watching, everyone.